TK. What do you think about this matchup?
I am excited for this matchup, excited to see what comes from this Iron division and see which team kind of stands out in this map number one, or if we have a close map here on the Skid Row. So we see pretty standard. We see Chicago Hunted sending one player over to P2 and then sending some players into that early time. We see the Maui Chums kind of get a couple early kills, able to get their time here, but I don't know if they know that this player's left window. He's able to pick off one. And Fizzy's trying to just kind of finesse around and see if he can get a couple of their kills. Is able to get two. He's kind of doing all the work by himself right now. They're going to trade out the third. So a little bit of time from the side of Maui. But if you're the side of Chicago, you're able to get some of this P2 or this P1 time, and you have the rotation over to P2 already. But it looks like number two, that's static from the side of Maui. Is it going to be able to pick him off? And we may see Maui able to get the scrap time here with the solid lead and the rotation over to P2. Start off this Skid Row.
Yeah, that was a great side from the side of Maui. They didn't hold P2 the entire time, but they're finally able to take that P2 towards the end of that P1, and they are here just hanging out here. And man, let me tell you, absolutely fantastic names coming out of the side of Chicago Hunted. We got Fizzy Lifting Drink, AW Root Beer, fantastic drink there if you've never had it. I do prefer Dr. Pepper myself, as well as Crazy Pills. And we do have Long Dong Silver. Not quite as good as Long John Silver, but, you know, people still prefer it. And we do see Maui Chums here with building quite the considerable lead here on P2 as Chicago Hunted's not able to break through. We see Maui Chums is pretty well in control of this map. It looks like they're going to be taking about an 80 or so point advantage heading into this P3 as Chicago Hunted are already rotated over towards that P3.
Yeah, we see Chicago Hunted getting that early setup on P3, and they're going to be looking for these rotational kills over from the absent Barber side of the map. But we're seeing a good, strong lead from the side of Maui so far to start off this map. But Chicago Hunted's is looking to be able to pull the majority of this time to kind of pull us back into a little bit closer of a map set. And we see Long Dong himself getting an early kill there, and we see trades going the way of Chicago. So they're holding down this P3 time well so far, and they're going to have to worry about a little bit of a pinch here. So we'll see if they kind of read players from both sides of the map. It looks like they are. They're getting their kills, and they're going to be securing the first half of this hill entirely by themselves. So good looks from the side of Chicago Hunted so far in the P3 rotation over here.
And this is a great initial hold from the side of Chicago. Good rotation. They really needed these points. That should be the last 15 seconds. We do see one contest probably coming down here from the back steps. That is static. He's able to pick up one, able to pick up the second on Crazy Pills. That's going to be the good last 10 seconds from them. They're going to have about a 50-point lead heading in here to P4, but we do see Chicago here on the rotation already. And that was a big chunk of time there from the side of Chicago on that P3. Kind of helps them get back into the game here with a good P4 here. Even if they trade out 10 to 15 seconds of time, that's going to be a pretty big P4 if they can get those rotations to P5, but letting themselves get right back into this game.
Yeah, they would definitely be right back into the game if that's the case, if they're able to pull that off. So Maui Chums, you're looking to not let this advantage you have disappear quite as fast. So they're looking to get a break here and get control of Barber and keep their spawns going into P5. So we see the break come in from the side of Maui. They're looking for some of these final players here, but Chicago Hunted's able to sniff them out, get the final two players, and they're going to be trying to push through tunnel over here to P5. But we see the entire Maui Chums team pushing through ticket, looking to set up and get these transition kills over to P5. And we see all three players from the side of Chicago going down. So we'll have a closer map than we started with for sure, only being down 16 points, but Chicago Hunt is going to have to work pretty hard to get the break here and not allow Maui Chums to get that advantage right back with this P5. And we see two big kills from AW Root Beer being able to pick him off in garage, and he's unfortunately going to get traded out, but there's only two players left on point, and Maui Chums are looking to sniff him out, and we see kind of a stalemate here so far with not a lot of map presence, but still enough control that Maui Chums is able to kind of hold down this time, but their Hill Kitten's going to get picked off there, and we're looking for a little bit of a back and forth here and see who's able to get this final 30 seconds of the hill.
And that was a great break there from the side of Chicago Hunted. They did unfortunately didn't get any time, but they did keep Maui Chums off the hill for quite a little bit. We do see a contest coming down the hill. AW Root Beer once again able to come up clutch with at least another gunfight on hill there. His teammates are going to kind of fall around him, but Maui Chums are just looking towards that rotate towards P1 here as we do have one player from Chicago Hunted here. He's probably going to get picked up on, freaking anti-caster curse here with Breezy falling by the wayside of Crazy Pills. We do see Everlast here chilling in fire. AW Root Beer able to pick up another. He's kind of going very big for his team here at the moment. Long Dong himself is able to pick up that kill on time. Able to pick up that time for Chicago Hunted here. And we don't see any rotates towards this P2 yet with 40 seconds left on Hill 1. So it'll be interesting to see if Chicago Hunted choose to kind of or elect to give up some of this time to try to get P2. Or if they kind of learned from last time not to hold it from the start, try to get some P1 and just be able to hold it. And Fizzy is going absolutely massive P1 with a huge 2-piece there to secure a bunch of time for his team. He needs to turn around here as the players are spawning double doors. He should know that now as a couple of his teammates fall. But Fizzy going absolutely massive there, P1, to bring this to an almost tie game heading into P2 with Chicago Hunted in the control.
Yeah, that was a great P1, P2 rotation on the side of Chicago. They kind of sent one player over by himself to start the rotation to P2, and we saw two players kind of get into P1 and be able to pick off three of the Maui Chums. So good clinical P1 to P2 there. And we're looking from the side of Chicago to keep holding down this P2 rotation, hold down the angles, and not scam out of this hill, and ultimately be pushing pretty good. But it looks like Cuban's going to make it through bottom. We're going to see if he's able to get any kills. He's unfortunately going to get picked, and that's going to be the Chicago Hunted back into control of this P2. And Static's able to pick off their player from P5 into the hill, and he's looking to get some more kills on bottom. But Crazy Pills is just playing his life. He's just holding his angle here on the dumpster heady, and he's looking to pick up all these players crossing across Garage and P5. So good P2 rotation and P2 hold out of the side of Chicago Hunted, and they're going to be pushing a 40-plus point lead as we get this P3 rotation started. And we'll see the side of Maui here first, unlike the first rotation, but we'll see if Chicago Hunted's able to play a break and get some of this P3 time to kind of push their advantage a little bit closer in this map.
That's a big kill from the side of AW there, back laundry. Making the side of Maui Chums think about it, kind of turn their arrows, and that's going to be a clean 4 dead from the side of Chicago. They're all spawning towards that ticket side. We do see one spawn coming in God Steps, one spawn coming in Apps, so they're kind of split here. Chicago kind of made a little bit of a mistake there, pushing ticket, unfortunately spawning Maui all apartment side. Long Dong able to pick up one, not able to pick up the second. Cuban Heights going huge, but able to pick up 2. Is he able to pick up the third on Crazy Pills? No, he is not. Crazy Pills with 2. He's going to fall before he at least able to take 2 with him to the grave. And then we do see a fight coming down here, and this is going to be a big scrap time here from the side of Maui. Keep it a close game. We do see a rotation over to P4 here. We have more Hunted than we do Maui Chums here. Unfortunately, Maui Chum players are going to fall by the wayside, so it's going to be Chicago Hunted with the secured rotation to P4.
Yeah, big rotation from the side of Chicago Hunted. They got a good amount of time on that P3, so nothing to be upset about, and you're looking to hold down this P4 into P5 rotation here. But we see some big kills coming through the back, and we see Crazy Pills getting active, trying to get some kills, and it looks like we're still having a bit of mixiness. Only one player left from the side of Chicago in the hill. Maui all around him, trying to swarm. They get the pick, and they're going to be looking to hold down the rest of this 35 seconds in P4 and keep the spawns over to the P5. We do see Static trying to make that rotation over to P5. He's able to pick off one, but Fizzy Lifting Drink should know he's here. AW Root Beer working with him to hopefully get Static and keep him off of this P5 rotation. You don't want to fall too far behind if you're the side of Maui, and you have a good chance here getting the scrap time on P4. And if you can secure this rotation over to P5, you'll have a good chance to push your advantage in this game. But we see a little bit of back and forth action going here. We see Static just staying alive P2, and we see a little bit of a spawn behind with Platt. So we'll see if number 4 Everlast is able to pick off anybody here from the back side, and if we got a little bit of a pinch going on here, and if they're able to break this P5.
Well, this has been a great hold so far from the side of Chicago. We are going to have two players pinching the hill here. Maui Chums able to pick up the hill. We do see a cruise coming in from Crazy Pills. He's able to pick up one opponent, one teammate. Unfortunate team cruise there. Fizzy lifting not able to pick up that other kill. We do see Maui Chums in control here. They are still able to win on this point here. We just need a couple contest seconds from Chicago to force this to a P1. But it looks like they're just going to go in and kill everybody on the hill and just take it for themselves here. Nobody's going to be able to contest the time. Yeah, in time, it looks like Crazy Pill's going to get that final kill. We do see a kill coming down from the side of the car, but that is Chicago Hunted able to take map one, and they had a pretty good lead there, but Maui Chums were able to fight back there towards the end and make it a close game on P5.
Yeah, that was great stuff from the side of Maui trying to fight back from that P3, P4 to P5 rotation. They got a good majority.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to map two of the second series of the night. Chicago Hunted is up 1-0 in the series against Maui Chums here. We are on terminal search and destroy. Looks like we're going to see a pretty standard A hit here. Both teams are playing pretty slow. We do see Static. They're kind of watching the cross towards terminal side and notice that we haven't seen anybody so far. And so Chicago Hunted playing a little slow here. But we do have one player cockpit here. Is he able to pick up any kills? He's able to see one, able to see two. He gets two of them. But unfortunately, when it comes out of cockpit, you see three people. You're a little scared. We do see a team kill coming down from the side of Chicago. Unfortunate run out of ammo there. And man, that was a very chaotic round there. Don't know what to take it that hard to cast over those when they end in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was a wild play there, cockpit. He almost got the third as well. So interesting first round that we see there. Obviously, pretty fast round in terms of terminal. We usually see it a little slower, but we saw Chicago get aggressive terminal side of the map, and unfortunately, it didn't pay off for him in that round number one. So good plays out of side of Maui. Cuban Heights they're able to get two, and then Breezy able to get one. And I believe there was a team nade kill to finish out it. Could be mistaken there. I don't remember what the final kill was, but good run from the side of Maui Chums, and Chicago Hunted's looking to bounce back in this round number two.
Yeah, it looks like we have game audio back here for round number two. What great shots there from Long Dong on the side of old P1 terminal. Hard point there. AW Root Beer with those beamers towards the side of Bookstore, and Maui Chums are left in a 2v4, both towards that A side. Bomb's able to go down, but Fizzy's able to pick up both. Everlast and Static there dancing around the bomb, doesn't want to touch it. Might be a little bit too hot from that plant, but he is going to get that defused, and that's going to be Chicago Hunted tying it up in this terminal search and destroy 1-1. Just a good round from Chicago, able to take those gunfights. Wasn't too sure what was happening towards that A side, but I did see Maui Chum with the player advantage, but they unfortunately got picked off by Fizzy in a 1v2 there.
Yeah, Fizzy made that good wrap through terminal side and went through the elbow and was able to pick off the player watching over the bomb planter, and then is there right in time as the bomb planter is getting off the bomb. So good plays out of AW there to make the wrap when it was needed and get the kills that were necessary. So from the side of Chicago, you're looking to get an offensive win here, and from the side of Maui, you're looking to maintain the defensive advantage of the map. We see AW Rupid there getting a little aggressive. Long Dong as well. So two early kills to the side of Maui, and we see two instantaneous trades after that. So we're back to square zero, and it looks like Everlast is going to be able to make it out of his life there. And we see just shots kind of going down, trading on this old P1 for terminal hardpoint. And it's just kind of back and forth here. As we see kind of Cuban Heights just playing the height advantage, and we see Everlast making a good wrap, and we'll see if he's able to get anything in the back here. They're going to know he's here now because he's shot. Couches goes down. There's one player left on the escalators. He's able to get one kill and kind of make it out, but he's only got 25 seconds here, and he's got to get the bomb. So Everlast is looking to play this timing, but he unfortunately jumps top third, and he's going to get picked off. So good stuff there from the side of Chicago Hunted to get that early jump onto Eskies, pick off that one player, isolate it down to a 1v1, and ultimately you get some good timing there for Crazy Pills being able to kill the Maui Chums player as he's trying to hop up on top of ACs.
Yeah, great play out of Crazy Pills there, able to clutch that 1v2 for that round win. And that's a big round win for your team. I know his teammates got to be pumping him up for clutching that important 1v2 as those teams are tied. They're able to take that round advantage 2-1 here as we're kind of seeing another A setup here from the side of Maui Chums. They did this last time where they split up a little bit. It didn't work out too well. So I'm interested to see why they're going back to this. And we see another kind of fight going down here, old P1 on terminal side. We do see Crazy Pills is able to pick up a couple players, able to see him crossing, able to give Fizzy that information that one's going to drop on him. Fizzy's able to pick up that kill and make it a 3v4 from the side of Maui. Fizzy's able to find another kill there on Everlast. Breezy is able to pick up that trade, and so it is going to be a 2v3 from the side of Maui.
It looks like Chicago knows that the bomb's down there. It looks like Fizzy was able to spot it and hopefully call that out to his teammates. So Breezy and Cuban Heights are going to have a little bit of an uphill battle trying to rotate all the way around the map, and they got to secure that bomb with only a little bit over 30 seconds left on the clock. So we'll see if they're able to make the play happen or if they're going to get picked off. Cuban Heights is going to get picked mid-haul, and Breezy's left in this 1v3 by himself. He gets one top AC, is kind of running for his life, but with only 20 seconds left, he's got to make his move now. And we see Fizzy Drink, sorry, still down low on plane, and it looks like Breezy may just try to play his life, and he's able to unfortunately not get that pick. So Chicago hunted, good round there, able to get the early lead and advantage, and just ultimately play around that bomb being down at bottom plane, and just a good defensive round from the side of Chicago hunted.
Yeah, and CK, some people near that down south do still call that fizzy pop, but I'm not sure where they're getting that pop word from. It's always been soda where I'm from. So, speaking of soda here, we're going to be hopping on board here with AW Root Beer on the offensive side of Chicago hunted here. Definitely the superior root beer brand, definitely better than Mug. If you're in the chat and you disagree with me, please let me know why you prefer Mug over AW Root Beer. But we're going to be hopping on board here with Breezy here. He's going to be defending this B attack. We do see a smoke coming down this right side. He's not able to really see anything. He does know there's a trophy down. He should be expecting some players to rush here. We do see AW Root Beer able to get a little bit aggressive here. Not able to spot anyone just yet. Take some shots on Breezy. Long Dong Silver's able to pick up one. Root Beer's able to get aggressive, pick up another. Kind of the last player here is Static. He's able to pick up two, but unfortunately going to fall, leaving Cuban Heights in a 1v2. He's on this terminal side. We should have some interesting timing on this book side as well.
Yeah, it looks like Fizzy was looking for him, but he's able to sneak through mid-haul with Cuban kind of watching the AC push. So they should have this bomb plant, and they just got to play together and not get two-pieced here, essentially. So a good little sneak play there by our boy Fizzy Pop himself. Being a country boy, you got to stick with the Fizzy Pop. My southern twang coming out. But we see Cuban Heights able to get one that was flanking, and it's going to be left to a 1v1 with Mr. AW Root Beer here himself. He looks like he's making the wrap to white, and we see Cuban Heights maybe just hopping the bomb, and we see if the ninja's going to come through, but AW reads it. Another good round win from the side of Chicago hunted.
Yeah, great round from the side of AW and his team there with Chicago hunted. He's just a good classic bomb check there. Make sure he's not on a bomb. We don't want to see any ninjas from that side. Obviously, from the casting perspective, I want to see every round be a ninja defuse, but unfortunately, that's not the way it works here in Call of Duty. But we do see Chicago hunted taking that 4-1 advantage here. And on Terminal, it's kind of hard sometimes to string some rounds together, especially if you've lost the last, I believe, 3 rounds towards the side of Chicago. Actually, no, they've lost 4 rounds in a row. Maui Chums picked up the first one. And so Chicago hunted, we're seeing another B fight here. Crazy Pills able to pick up one on Static, able to take some shots down here on Cuban. They kind of have everybody pinned down here. We do see a flank coming in from the side of Fizzy. So he should be able to stop those players from rotating out. So it should just be a classic gunfight here on who can kill who on the headies. And we see Cuban Pills able to take down Root Beer, and Crazy Pills able to kind of pick up a trade there. Left with the 2v2. Both these players are stuck P1. Fizzy with the perfect flank, able to pick up both players. Just what a great play from Fizzy.
Yeah, that was a great play from Fizzy. He was taking it pretty slow there. So if the side of Maui was able to get just one more kill, I think, on the planters, they would have been able to get the bomb plant down. But ultimately, Crazy Pill's able to keep him from pushing him too hard, and Fizzy Pop's able to make the read there. And make the flank and ultimately pick up both those players to push their advantage to 5-1 here now. So from the side of Chicago, you're looking to close out this map and take a 2-0 lead in the series on this offense. And if you're the side of Maui, you got to win 5 straight here. So we're almost talking full sail. And it's going to be an uphill battle, but they're looking to kind of turn it around here. So we'll see what kind of happens as they're loading into this defense here.
We see Chicago Hunted just kind of doing what they've done a couple times, just aggressive B hit. We do see Fizzy watching that flank, expecting it from the rounds prior, able to pick up that flank. We see another kill coming down from the side of Crazy Pills. That's going to be a 2v4, make that a 2v3 from the side of Maui. He's able to pick up another one. Was a 2v2 there for a second, where we're left with Cuban Heights here in the 1v2. He is mid hall. He has checked the cross. No one is crossed. He is going to have a player kind of close here. If this timing works out for him, that's going to work out great. He's able to get one kill here. He has no idea where this other player is. He's behind him. Unfortunately, he's looking the wrong way, and that's going to be a W from the side of Chicago Hunted. They're able to win the terminal search and destroy 6-1 over Maui Chums.
Yeah, that was a great bat from the side of Chicago Hunted, able to just kind of play their life advantage.
As we see a little bit of an extra length there on that Renetti there. We'll see if the teams pick up on that. We do see AW Root Beer here able to pick up the great first kill there towards that barrels cut side, and we do see an equally good kills from the side of Maui, able to pick up 2 players there. And so they are on this A point. They have about 1.5 ticks done here. We're going to see the second tick roll in as we have a third player hop on a point here, and that's going to be the A point kind of long gone here from the side of Maui. So Chicago Hunted really need to make sure they play their lives well. And just as I say that, that's going to be 2 down from the side of Maui, 2 down from the side of Chicago. And so it's going to be a little bit of a reset towards B.
Yeah, we see a little reset towards B, and we see Cuban Heights already making the wrap through the hunted spawn. So we'll see if any of these players turn around and expect it. If not, he's going to be kind of left in no man's land as Chicago Hunted are pushing up towards Junk and towards P1. So he's kind of just here left to his own vices, needing to make a play. And unfortunately, Fizzy's just kind of waiting, playing the back of Cafe, and is able to pick him off. So map control back to the side of Chicago Hunted, and Maui Chums is going to be coming off spawn, looking to get some picks and find their spot through the map to kind of knife through. And we see AW Root Beer playing well in fire, just trying to look for players crossing, looking to get a pick. He's able to get one. Static is able to make it through green cut, but I'm not sure if he's going to be expecting AW to be still posted up here. And AW just controlling fire, being able to do everything kind of there for his team before he gets traded out. And we see Everlast kind of trying to hit in the flank now, but Long Dong's able to see him, and he's going to call him out for the rest of his team, so they know there's a player behind.
This has been so far so good from the side of Chicago Hunted, able to play defense really well, able to kind of keep their life count up. They are up by 6 lives here with about 50 seconds left in this control, and they're pretty well spread out here on the B point here. Pretty good map coverage. That's going to be 2 dead. From the side of Maui, make that 3 dead with Breezy, the kind of last alive, as their teammates are spawning very, very deep here. It looks like we're going to have about 1 or maybe 1.5 more pushes here towards this hill, but Chicago Hunted so far pretty spread out. It's going to be hard to get a lot of them down at the same time. We do see a good gunfight there, win from Breezy. Long Dong's able to pick up Everlast towards Pillars. Root Beer and Fizzy able to pick up 2 more. That's going to be pretty much everybody dead from the side of Maui, and that's not looking very great for them.
Yeah, unfortunate there. They kind of all jumbled up in fire in the bottom arches, columns area. So they're able to get close to point here, but Crazy Pills with a humongous 3-piece to push the rest of their team off spawn. Crazy Pills is going to be pushing out Junk. They're sending a couple players back to find Cuban Heights and to see if he's able to make a play. He's not. Round number 1 goes the side of Chicago Hunted. And if I'm not mistaken, you only give up 3 ticks there. I don't think they got that tick onto B. I could be mistaken, though. So very excellent round from the side of Chicago Hunted. And if you're the side of Maui Chums, you're going to need a big defensive round. Hold them to keep those ticks close so they don't take too much of an advantage going into the rest of this map. So good stuff from the side of Chicago Hunted. We saw Crazy Pills kind of going there, doing whatever he needed to do to keep Maui Chums off the point and keep his team in this. So looking forward to round number 2 as we get into this.
And Chicago Hunted had a good defense there. They held B off for a very long time. It's a very hard thing to do, and they're hopping right onto the A point here, kind of doing what Maui Chums did. We'll see who can win these gunfights. We're going to see Long Dong able to pick up the very first fight. Crazy Pills able to pick up the second, and Fizzy able to pick up the third. That's probably going to be A point all gone. From the side of Maui, just like that, Chicago Hunted have yet to have anyone fall on their team. That's going to be the A point secure. They're going to have about 2 minutes and 15 seconds here to take this B point. They're going to take it a little bit slow. We do see 2 kills from the side of Maui, but we do see a kill coming back from the side of Fizzy. And so we're seeing Root Beer here in the spawn, trying to look for this spawner here, and able just to kind of disrupt some spawns, make Maui kind of turn around to worry about him. We do see Fizzy able to pick up a big kill towards that fire side, and we're seeing some big gunfights happen right about now.
Yeah, and we see Cuban Heights just watching the flank, watching for the back spawn. AW is just being a nuisance back here, playing his life pretty well, not getting too over aggressive. But as I say that, he's getting shot at from ticket or from the jump up side, and he's gonna be having a big one-on-one here in the back. He's gonna get picked off, but we do see Crazy Pills able to slip through, get on the backside of Cafe. So he's going to be kind of the play here that we have to watch, is if he's able to get some of these players off spawn, give his teammates some time to get up in the map, and ultimately give him a chance to get this B point. But he's going to get picked off. We see the rest of Maui Chums starting to spread out, get their placements down so they can start to control this B point again and not allow the Chicago Hunted to get any sort of map presence and close out this defensive side of the map for him.
And Maui's done a really good job so far, just like the Chicago Hunted did. That's going to be 2 down from the side of Miami or Maui, and so this is where it could get a little rough here on their side. As they are able to, those 2 players on point are able to push back the Chicago players on point. They are still able to win those gunfights on point. Fizzy's able to pick up 1 towards that jump up. There's going to be an unfortunate team nade that's going to take down Cuban, and Static is going to fall to Crazy on point. So this is going to be Chicago Hunted on point. We see 1 player on point. Second stack should come here pretty quick. We do see 2 players there as 1's fall, but we do see 2 players currently on the point getting that take. First take of progress is down as we see Maui try to push through yellow.
Yeah, and that's good pick up there by AW Root Beer, kind of snapping on that guy Yellow Alley. They're watching jump up. They've got everything locked down, and this should be this round number 2 over to the side of Chicago Hunted. And like we've mentioned over and over, they got that 3 down. They were able to stack the point with 2 players. They had 1 player in the back of their spawn, kind of keeping them off, forcing them to go yellow. The rest of the team's looking yellow, able to pick off those players, trying to rush the point, and just ultimately a really good offensive round. They played it kind of patient. Maui held off for a long time, but when you have 2 minutes and 15 seconds to hold a point in control, it's 1 slip up that makes the difference. So they did a really good job holding out for as long as they could, but ultimately they had some the unfortunate 3 down there from their team, and that allowed Chicago Hunted to get the control that they needed to close out that round number 2. And from the side of Maui, it's do or die here. So you're going to need a big offensive round in order to push this map number 3 farther and keep this series going.
And Maui, they're starting off well here with a lot of the kills that they can get. They have 2 ticks already done on A. There's only going to be 1 player here towards the side of Top Church to maybe put a disrupt to this. But we do see that A point able to be secured. Everlast able to finally pick up that kill on Fizzy. We do see some trades kind of going back and forth here, but Chicago Hunted able just to take the middle map control here, as no players are able to bust out. We do see a couple going towards that bus side here. We do see a couple players spot each other in that back alley. We do see a 2 stack on point. Everlast able to get 1 kill. Fizzy able to pick up 1 as well on that bus side. We do see a contest coming down from the side of Fizzy. They should know exactly where each other are. Static's able to at least put some shots down on some player near bus. We do see a 2 stack coming in, and we see another contest here with Crazy Pills able to pick up 1. Is he able to get the second? No, he's not. Everlast is there. Unfortunately, he's going to fall to Root Beer, and we do see kind of a trade fest back and forth here. And these are these close spawns on Karachi. Things can get wild really quick, and we're just seeing a bunch of back and forth, a bunch of 2 pieces here coming from both teams. The Static's able to pick up 2, not able to pick up that third.
Yeah, that was a mixy back and forth we saw just there. So we still got these close junk spawns, and we've got everybody kind of swarming all around the point. It's just trades back and forth. But it looks like that's going to be 3 dead, all 4 dead from the side of Maui. They're going to be off spawn here with a minute 30 left on the clock. You see Crazy Pills pushed up junk, and he's already getting these spawn kills going through. So he's going big for his team through junk there, and he's going to be keep spawning them chicken side. So it'll be interesting to see if they make this wrap through chicken, like it looks most of their players are doing, and see if they can get any sort of flank or get any sort of map presence going here. Because you have to start making your way over. You only have about 1 or 2 waves left of lives to throw at this B point before this map's going to be over. And we do see Crazy able to get another kill there, so he's going to be on a 5 spree looking to get that cruise missile if this map's going to go any farther.
Yeah, they really need something moving here. Crazy Pills on a 5 streak here, looking for that extra one on that defensive side. We do see a player here from the side of Maui. He was Cuban on point. He was able to at least get that first tick on B, able to put it about halfway through, but the side of Chicago Hunter is going to hop on and drain that point. We do see 5 lives left from the side of Maui, so you need to be absolutely perfect from here on out. Crazy Pills did get that cruise missile. He's going to use that here for a little bit of info. He's going to pick up, unfortunately, no players. We do see AW Root Beer able to pick up 2. Everlast going to fall, and all left up to Static here in a 1v10. I just don't think it's possible here with Chicago Hunted able to take that Karachi control 3-0, able to take the series 3-0 there as well.
Yes, that was a really good map from the side of Chicago. It got really mixy there on that B side control point, and unfortunately for the side of Maui,